Shalom, Mark Prophetic here. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are praying and your prayer is turning against you? Now, I want you to understand that you cannot fight the devil that is in charge of your life. Most of you are still connected to altars you were dedicated to when you were still babies. Being dedicated to demonic altars does not need you to take the child into the shrine. There are certain cultures that can link you to a shrine while you are still in your house. There are most parents who believe that baby hiccup is demonic. You would see when a baby starts to have hiccup, they will get a wrapper, pick a cotton from there, and then put it in their mouth. They will place it on the child's forehead. Now, by so doing, they believe that it will cure the hiccup. When a child has hiccup, it simply means they did not burp the time they were feeding. So it's like the food and the gas there, it's trying to come out. So it has got nothing to do with demonic connotation or anything. At one time, I was praying for a lady with a child who had beads in the waist, and I said, what is the meaning of these beads? The response she gave me was that, man of God, these are beads that curve the shape of the baby, more especially baby girls. They will put beads around their waist so that they can have a curved body nicely. But then I'm like, okay, I think I'm missing something here. So does it mean having a curveless body is also demonic at some point? So those practices, if you ask your parents, where did you learn them from? They will tell you, our mother told us. And then when you ask the mothers, where did you learn this from? They will say, my great-grandmother. And when you follow the great-grandmother, the great-grandmother will tell you it's a shrine. So it's not like you need to be in a shrine in order for you to invoke spirits in a shrine. Sometimes you can practice these things and they can dedicate you to the devil, connect you to the devil by tattooing, by washing them in charms, by bringing all those things, causing, all those enchantments on children and so on. Those can link children into demonic hands. And when the child grows and they know God, the very first thing that you need to know is you need to detach yourself. Even Gideon, the very first thing that God told him to do was to demolish the altars of the forefathers. You are here and you are listening to this message. I want you to know, most of you today, things are not working for you because as a child you were dedicated. 1 Samuel chapter number 1 verse 27, the Bible talks of how Hannah dedicated Samuel into the house of God. She says, I prayed to God and God gave me this child. And for that reason, I vowed that I'll bring the child back, and I am bringing the child back to serve in the house of God for the rest of his life. It says, and Samuel grew old, and God did not allow any of his words to fall on the ground. So whatever Samuel says, even if it was not meant to be true, but the fact it's Samuel who said it, it will be true. Why? The power of dedication. The devil has got a system in which he manipulates destiny. Exodus, when God sent the deliverer of the children of Israel, Moses, the Bible says the devil followed him by a decree from Pharaoh saying all the children from this age should be killed. Not only that, we are seeing that also repeating in the time of Herod when Jesus was to be released. So the enemy has got this thing to do with timing. So his timing is targeted on the babies because he knows if he can capture a baby, he has captured a generation. So if you're one person that was dedicated to demonic altars, the most important thing you need to do now is to disconnect yourself. Before you utter prayers against that region, you need to make sure you are not part of it. The Bible says a kingdom divided against itself does not stand. So if you are still one with the devil, you can't bind him. So you cannot pray against the kingdom of darkness and succeed if you are still part of that kingdom. So the very first thing is you disconnect yourself. Any attachment, any association, any connection, whether by umbilical cord, whether by genetics, whether by tattoos that links me to demonic altars, I disconnect myself. I break forth the connections and I pray that God should cleanse me and wash me, separate me from my father's traditions, customs. And when you are disconnected, make sure if God gives you an opportunity to have children, if you can't trust the culture, don't practice it. My name is Mark Prophetic. I believe in a few minutes that we spent together, you've learned one or two things. I hope to see you again right on this platform. And before I go, I'm encouraging you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the MMI TV Studio. and don't forget to hit the bell notification that you may be notified each time there's a video uploaded. Mark Prophetic once again. I love you, God bless you, and shalom.